Whew, you guys, I am nervous for today's video. I got these in a few days ago. The new TATI Beauty Blendiful little puffies. I don't feel good about this. I'm really nervous. I'm afraid to try them because if I hate them, I'm going to say that and I'm gonna feel really bad because Tati has been like one of the kindest, bigger influencers to me of all time. She's so nice to me and I just don't even understand why. So it would devastate me to say something bad, but it's my job. So I'm really terrified. So what these are the Blendiful little puffs. You guys know she just launched these. Like I said, I did not pay for these. She did send them to me, just so you know. And these are puffies for your face makeup, like liquids, creams, primers, powders. Ugh. And I get like chills thinking about it because I am one of those people like textures really bother me. For example, I can barely use makeup erasers. I only like the, what is it called? Face Halo? The one that Chloe Morello is a part of. I think it's called Face Halo or something like that. I like those. That texture doesn't bother me so much. The makeup eraser really drives me effing crazy. I can't stand it. I'm just really weird with textures and it gives me so much anxiety to put makeup on this and then put it on my face. I just like don't even want to touch it. It bothers me. I'm trying to like reel it in, gonna give it a fair shot, and maybe it won't bother me as much as I think it's gonna bother me. Even as a child, washcloths make me sick to my stomach. Washcloths are like the worst feeling to me ever. I can't stand it. I can't stand it. It freaks me out. So I'm really nervous about these. I'm so nervous. I also just don't understand how this dry fibery thing can be used with creams and liquids and things like that. And I know makeup artists use puffs, as Tati talked about in her video. I was lucky enough to, even before my YouTube channel, when I was much younger, like years ago, I'm thinking like 2009? Yeah, I think 2009 was the first year I started assisting at New York Fashion Week. So I was an assistant to the hairstylist and the makeup artist, and they do use sponges. So I know I've seen it before. Real quick side note, you guys, I never talk about this, but I just want you to know if you have big dreams, this is so random, but if you have big dreams, please follow them. Ever since I was a little girl, growing up in South Dakota of all places, I got my first fashion magazine and I learned about New York Fashion Week. It was a dream of mine to go. It was a dream of mine to be a part of it in some aspect, just at all. It was a dream to go. You know, I grew up watching Gossip Girl and they had, you know, the New York Fashion Week episode and I was like, oh my God, that'll never be me. I want to be there so bad. And then amazingly enough, I moved to New Jersey and I went to cosmetology school and I met this amazing celebrity hairstylist and he actually took me to New York Fashion Week a few times to assist backstage. So it's like crazy. And then not only that, like that's just something I did on my own outside of YouTube. And then because of YouTube, I've been invited back several times. So last year I went to, or 2 years ago, I went to the Marquesa show, which was unbelievable. And I got to be backstage and Georgina Chapman was running around. She's so amazing. Anyway, I don't know what I'm talking about. Back to the point of this video. I'm terrified of this. Let's just go ahead and get started. I've watched Tati's video. I'm excited for her actual full face demo to come out. I'm kind of late on this video because I was waiting to see if it would come out more because I really wanted to see her use it. I know she had those little mini clips in her kind of launch video of it, but I wanted to see her fully use it and she didn't post that yet, so I'm just gonna go ahead and try it. So you do get 2 in the pack, which is nice. You guys know you get the larger Blendiful and then you get the baby Blendiful, and I think it's $18 for both, which is super great if they do well. So we're gonna do my primer, my liquid foundation, we're gonna do a cream contour, and we're gonna set it with powder and all that fun stuff. Oh, I gotta zoom you beautiful bitches in, hold on. Do you love how I'm still like so old school YouTube that I physically get up to zoom in my camera lens? I don't have like the fancy remote or anything. Let's start with primer. Tati did explain in her video she doesn't really recommend like a hydrating primer for the Blendiful sponge. She said something that was kind of like a pore filling, pore erasing primer. So what better primer than the Pores No More by Dr. Brandt? I'm so scared right now. I don't even understand how this is gonna work. Okay, let me insert my hand into this little slot. Can you tell how I'm like jittery? I'm like super nervous. Okay, I'm just gonna do a few dollops because I like don't want to jump right into this. I'm so nervous. This is the dumbest thing I've ever. Okay. So primer is placed. Okay. You know what? The texture's not as bad as I was thinking. Oh my God, thank God. It's actually really soft and I don't feel a texture. It feels soft. It doesn't feel like a washcloth. It doesn't feel like the makeup eraser. It's like softer than that texture. Sorry, I need to get close to my mirror and see what's going on here. What's going on? It looks like it's going into my skin. I mean, I don't see it anymore. What I want to know is how can I be sure it's going onto my face? Oh, I do feel it. And not just like soaking into the sponge or the, what is it called? Puff, you know? Either the primer went on really quickly or this absorbed it all up. I'm not sure. And then my other question is like, I have a lot of questions still. My one complaint is I wish Tati would have just uploaded her demo like straight away, because now I have it and I'm really confused. So if you guys watch this and then you watch Tati's and I did something wrong, I am so sorry. I'm just like kind of flying by the seat of my pants here. Because my other question is, so now after I've used primer on it, do I just use that same tip for my foundation, or do I clean it off? Can I clean it off with, say, my my Cinema Secrets quick drying brush cleaner? I was also shocked that you don't use it wet. Like, I just couldn't imagine using it dry, but it is working. I think it's working. I don't know. The real show is gonna be the foundation and the cream contour. You guys, I don't feel good about it. I don't understand it. Can you tell how nervous I am about this? Lola scratched me on the tip of my nose last night, so thank you, Lola. She's developed this. Lola is my cat, if you didn't know. She's one of 3, and she is just my queen. Luke and I always joke that Lola is Blair and I'm Dorota because of the way Lola treats me. Like, she literally blares me around all the time. If I'm sitting on the couch, she'll just hop up right there on the armrest. She gets real close to my face and goes, meow. And then if I'm not answering, if I'm not giving her my attention right away, she will scratch my face. And she only does it to me because I'm Dorota and she is Blair. It's nuts. I think I feel the primer on my skin. I do feel it, but I'm wondering if I feel it more when I apply it with my hands. Did it just press it in, or is it all on the sponge? This is what the sponge looks like now. I see, obviously it's gonna get dirty, you know, it's a substance on a cloth, but is it going into the sponge or is it going into my face? And now what do I do? Do I clean this or do I just keep going? When I watched Manny's video, it looked like he just kept going. So let's just go, I guess. For foundation right now, I'm super, super loving my Fenty Beauty Pro Filter foundation in the shade 170. So let's give this a go again. I'm starting to sweat because I'm so nervous. I do think I see the primer now. I think because I love the way my skin looks after I use the Dr. Brandt primer. And I do think it looks a little more clean, doesn't it? Or a little more, I don't know. I think it's working. So let me do a few dollops. This just feels so foreign to me. I don't understand it at all. The one thing I'm just weary of, or the one thing I'm just hoping doesn't happen, I'm afraid of it absorbing into the puffer and not onto my face. But no, it is applying there. And that was only 1 pump of foundation, so I think that's decent. Typically use 2 pumps, depending on how full coverage. It could be more, or how bad my skin is at the moment. If Lola has abused me and scratched my face, I might need a little bit more. All right, let's go in for a second application. And I think I actually saw Tati doing more of a swipe motion on her video. So it just feels foreign to me to do that because I'm such a blender, like a bouncer. I'm a bouncer. And it is bendy, like she said, you can bend it, which I actually really like for my nose and all these little nooks and crannies, so that's really helpful. By the way, if you're wondering what's on my eyes today, it is the Makeup Geek palette. I can't remember which browns, but it was 2 of the browns, the matte browns. I like that I can get in like the corners of my nose. That's one place sometimes I'll like look in the mirror after I've already left the house and I realize like I don't have foundation like just on the rim of my nose and it bothers me. So I really like that. Next, let's move on to concealer. This is my KKW Beauty Concealer in the shade number 4. I actually really enjoy this concealer. My opinion with KKW Beauty, a lot of the eye products have been okay. I think they're overpriced. I do really enjoy all of their face products. Well, everything I've tried so far. I have the contour sticks, a few blushes, the concealer, and the setting powder. I do really like all of those items, in case you're wondering. So, I am so nervous right now. I don't know if I was more nervous that this was gonna be bad or if it just wasn't gonna be for me. I don't know. But like I said, I was kind of avoiding doing this video. I just was like, I don't know, man. All right, grabbing our Blendiful. I do really like how close I can get to my eye line. That's also something a little tricky with sponges sometimes because they can be so plump. I like cleaning up the side of my eye like that. That's nice. Why is this working so good? I really thought I was gonna hate it, you guys. I really did. That's going pretty decently. Wow, it really did blend it in really nicely, actually. And it didn't just absorb the makeup. Like, I have that coverage. Tati, she's like the witch of makeup. Not in a bad way, just like I'm amazed. I guess my biggest question right now still is, can you use like brush cleaning spray on it, or should you only like wash it just in the sink with some soap? I'd like to hear more details about that. You know, and I'd love to know, what can't you do with it? You know, what are some things you should avoid? That did a really good job. Little weirded out. Now I'm gonna take some of my translucent powder. This is just the Laura Mercier, and I'm gonna switch to the little guy, the baby poofy. She said you can bake with this. That also freaks me out. I just don't understand. I'm just trying to keep it really tight up here because I still want to do a cream contour, but I have to set my under eye right away because I have really bad creases. I don't have any filler or Botox or anything, and no shame because I want it, but I just can't do it. I just can't invest the money in that. Every time I'm like about to book an appointment, I can't do it. It's just like getting used to holding it the right way. Okay, that went okay. This is another question I have. For contour, should you keep applying on the side that has foundation or would you swap to another corner? I would think you would swap to another corner, right? So it doesn't like muck up the makeup. I don't know. Okay, let me sweep away the powder real quick. It worked. What the heck? I just did not see myself liking this. I'm a little shocked right now. You guys, I really thought I was gonna hate this. Okay, so for contour, I'm gonna use, or not really contour, but like a bronze. I'm gonna use my Huda Beauty Tantour. This is in the shade Light. I actually haven't used this yet, so it's been on my list of things to do. So I got some on here. Oh, that was much too much. That is, oh my god, Shay. That is very pigmented. Thought it was gonna be more like a sheer balm type of situation. Nope. Oh no, Shay, what did you do? Oh, how are we gonna get out of this? Maybe this is where the Blendiful will come in handy. Okay, let me just stop. Let me do that and let me pop up to the forehead real quick and kind of disperse that extra color I have. You guys know, I'm no one without a bronzed forehead. I like that I can mush right up into the hairline there. Okay, I'm gonna just fold her in half, try and get that clean spot there to blend that color out because I do not need to deposit any more. I need to actually kind of remove some. So just kind of pressing and working on toning that down a little bit. I might need to go into some concealer, and that's not on the Blendiful. It picked up and it placed a lot of product, but I put a lot of product on it. So, but I think it's doing a really nice job of blending out. Kind of just doing like a rolling motion. I don't know the correct motions yet, you guys. Like I said, I'm kind of just feeling this out. I don't think that's too shabby. I'm just gonna take a little on the jawline and bronze that up a bit. One thing I am noticing, which I really like with this bronzer situation, is I feel like it's not like rubbing away what we already have placed, the foundation. You know what I mean? That was another thing I was worried about with this type of situation. I was like, okay, so then if I blend in bronzer, will it just erase basically the foundation in that area? But it's not. I want to take a little bit of concealer just to clean that up. Right down here. I'm a little blown away right now, you guys. Oh my goodness. I just did not think this was gonna work. Clean that up a bit. I think it looks pretty good. And now I'm going to just take a little more translucent powder and take my baby, not my baby, the baby puff, and I just will set everything in. Typically use a brush for this. I will say for travel, I think this would be fantastic. Also for daily use. Don't think I'm just saying it's only good for travel. But like, I hate taking my giant powder brushes with me because they take up so much space in a bag, and I try to pack really lightly, but you need a powder brush, and Kabukis, they never do it for me. So, I mean, I love that I could potentially do my entire face with just these sponges. I mean, you could do your entire face with just these sponges. Now I'm just kind of noticing how smooth everything looks. It looks really smooth, and I can actually tell that that primer did really press in because I do look pretty poreless right now. I mean, I have really bad pores. Don't mind my eyes being so red, by the way. I forgot to put in my eye drops today, but I have like very noticeable pores, so it looks very, very smooth. That's really exciting. I would love to try just a little bit of highlighter with this. I wish I would have done this before I set my face, but I just thought about it. So this is the Marc Jacobs Do You Dewdrops, and I have one little bare corner left over here. Nice little glow there. Oh my gosh, it's working. It's giving it a more natural finish without, it's not like it's taking anything away. It's just the way that it's blending, it's just kind of like I don't even know how to describe it, but I love the way it's blending this in. And again, like on top of translucent powder, because I already set my face and I never like putting liquid or cream on top of translucent powder. It always looks a little weird, but this is kind of like really melting them together. It's nice. I love how that looks. I love how that looks. Wow, I can't believe it's working. Wow, I can't believe I'm excited for this. I can't believe it. Never in a million bajillion years did I think I would like this at all. I thought I was gonna give a horrible review, but look at that. Look how it blended it. It's so nice and subtle. You know what I forgot? Blush. And blush is my favorite. How could I forget? I'm gonna take my Milk Cosmetics Swish Stick. I hope this is still good. I've had this for a while. It was like one of the first Milk things I ever bought. And I don't use cream blushes that often, but I love this blush. I don't want to get a new one. So I'm just going like this. I don't know how else to do this. This is the only thing I don't love, like transfer it, like something with a stick, but I don't want to go, I hate doing that. So anyway, doesn't matter. So let's see if we can pop this onto everything we've already placed. Oh, I'm excited, y'all. This is like working. I'm in shock right now. I can't believe I like this. I thought this was gonna be the biggest BS of the world. I swear to you, I thought I was gonna absolutely hate it, and I thought Tati was gonna block me for anything I had to say about it, because no, she wouldn't do that, but you guys know I have a hard time holding back when I feel a certain way. For example, my Jaclyn Hill is a liar video, but I was nervous, but look how beautiful that looks. It is fantastic. It didn't even disrupt any makeup that's already on my skin. Like, how can I get any closer? You guys, hold on. Is it focused? Do you see that? Look at that beautiful, seamless application of highlighter, of bronzer, foundation, concealer, powder. It is so beautiful. I think it looks absolutely great. Goodness gracious. Okay, let's move on to final thoughts. Y'all, this has been an emotional roller coaster for me, okay? I was so positive that I was gonna absolutely hate this, and I thought it was gonna be just heartbreaking because it was Tati Beauty's second launch, and I was gonna feel so bad if I thought it was the absolute worst. I can't believe how much I love it. What I really can't believe is I feel like it truly pushed the makeup in because I can't even feel the makeup on my face. Like, it just feels like skin. And I feel way more cakey when I use a sponge. I use a sponge every single day. And though I like my makeup fine with a sponge, I won't lie that it feels a little cakey. This made it feel really, really thin, and I just don't get it. It is really cool. I love the big guy and the little guy. The fact that they come together. Shout out to Tati Beauty, because I could see any other brand doing the big one maybe for like $16, $17 and then having like a $5 to $7 add-on for the little one too. These both just come in this set. I think that is fantastic. I can't believe how much I like this, and I'm shocked to say it might become a part of my daily routine. I'm just like a little in shock that Tati may have just changed my makeup routine with two little fluffers. I'm blown away. I never should have doubted you. This was really cool. Now again, the few things I do hope she addresses in her little tutorial video, because there's a few things I'm still iffy on, is can we use a, spray makeup brush cleanser on this or no? Can you use it wet or no? Because the only downside I would see with this is that, God forbid, I forget to wash it like directly after using it, and then I come back the next day to do my makeup and it's like filthy. If I washed it right then to use it, would it just not work because it's wet? You know what I mean? Like, does it have to be dry unlike a sponge? That's my first question. Second question, what does the lifespan look like for these? They're a great price, so I don't mind if I'd have to, repurchase it every 4 to 5 months. I don't want to be cheap, but I'm kind of cheap. So like every 4 to 5 months, I wouldn't mind replacing it. When should we replace these? How long can they last? What is the proper way to clean them? I would love to know more about the technology of this specific fiber. I would love to hear more details, but maybe that's something she has to kind of keep to her so people don't take her thing. I'm blown away, you guys. I really, really am. Another question I have is, could you potentially blend out cream eyeshadows, eyeliner with this? Oh, I dropped my baby. But anyway, not my baby, baby sponge. Say like you just wanted a real smudgy, smoky eye. Like, what if you put a little cream shadow on the eye? Could you go like this? Or maybe it's a little big. Maybe that wouldn't be the best anyway. I don't know. I'm excited. I guess my other question is, will there be any more colors, or will it just stay the gray and black? That's not super important, but I'm a sucker for detail. So I would love like limited edition ones around holiday, maybe a red one, a white one. I don't know. Is there going to be a pink Valentine's Day set? I would really love that. It's really good. I think you guys will be just thrilled with this product. Hats off to you, Tati. You did it again. And I love it. And I'm excited for you guys to try it. I'm actually really excited to hear your guys' thoughts. So if you ordered it, as soon as you receive it, if you have a spare moment, I would love if you'd come over to my comments or hit me up on Instagram, hit me up on Twitter. Let me know what you think of it. Did you like it? Be sure to leave me any questions, comments, anything you guys want to say, just general opinions in the comments down below. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.